I mean, my plan was to
Genuinely
go
retarded.
on. My plan was to actually go 2 days from now, from when we're recording this. So it wouldn't have affected me. But I know a lot of people who are going back on the 4th.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, so
And
obviously it announced it was full lockdown. A levels and GCSEs been cancelled again,
again,
even though the whole town are like, nah, no, but you're definitely doing it.
yeah.
They're
But here's
very
right.
good at being completely and utterly useless.
Hear me out on this one because I've mentioned this to a couple of people and I get different responses from everyone. Right, the whole reason these exams have been cancelled, right, is because they say online learning isn't adequate, right?
Yeah.
Don't know
Then
what this is
how
going.
can they look at our uni courses, which have, well, for me certainly have been 100% online, and go,
So
yeah, that's fine, that's £9,000 a year.
Because university work is supposed to be, at least quite a bit of it's supposed to be self-taught anyway, or supposed to be self-study.
the problem
Hmm.
is though, like I found this, the uni still expect you to use their resources on campus, which
Yeah,
to me is about 70 miles away.
Yeah, that is a slight issue. You see, this is why I'm glad that my uni either has everything online or in their library, which I
yes,
cannot
no,
use at the moment.
but
But yeah,
when it comes to my uni's online thing, it's like, right, here's what I don't get, right? They have a certain limit on how the ebooks, right? So, do you know how if you go to a library and they've got 5 copies of the books, if the five are
yeah.
gone, you can't have them. It's like that, but online. If the 5 books are already taken, you can't have it.
I'm sorry. What?
They have like a limited
What?
amount of what people are able to access.
Fucking what?
So you have to like online return this ebook just for someone else to use it.
Ah, that is
The whole it's
That's
so
that.
like
stupid.
a level of mismanagement and like just dumbness that is on the level of like most militaries or governments.
We could have a whole conversation about why unis there's everything dumb about universities. Like they are
That's got to
it's
be
just
one of the dumbest
ridiculous.
things I have heard this month. This
Like
Yeah,
honestly,
this
it's so
century.
stupid.
I can't think of anything dumber than that.
Oh, do you know what's great? We still got our exams like this week, and it's like they're like, oh
oh
yeah, we know you're gonna cheat, so we're just gonna make it open book, and everyone's like, great.
oh mine aren't until mine starts on the 18th.
Oh, how could I forget my favorite bit of uni work I've got to do? So I have to basically do a site study type thing in the city that my uni's in. You see the issue here?
You were there for a
During
week
a
and you're now no
global
I
longer
was
there.
pandemic.
there for a week. I went to the city once. Am I meant to use Google Maps to find out information about this stuff?
Yeah, we got to
I,
do a group project, right? And there's someone in someone's group who's still living in China because she hasn't been able to come across to the
Bruh.
UK to go to the uni.
don't get me started on fucking group projects.
Oh
We
no,
had
we have our group project and we were meant to hand it in like next week, and nobody's started their bit. And it's like, oh, we'll be up like tonight, and then no one ever does it. We can't do it because we've got to do it on
yeah,
like bloody Zoom, and nobody. Oh, it is a nightmare.
right. My group project that I had to do, you had to design a game based around aircraft. We had one person who didn't even message us until the start of the last week that it was due in. At which point we told him we need this doing for the next meeting. If you could do this, that would be great for the next meeting. And you also need to attend the next meeting because so far you've attended exactly 0 meetings on a 6-week thing where we've been having at least one meeting every week. Then he sends in this thing where he's literally just made some things bold on this work that we'd already done and doesn't show up to the meeting. And then, like the day before it's due, he finally says, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Is there? I've finished it now. Is there anything that we can do?" At which point we've completely changed the document, added in a shit ton of other stuff, and taken out a load of irrelevant information, and we're just all of all of us are just sat there wanting to throttle the guy.
But you can't,
you
Joe,
see
because
the
you can't
issue
be in
there,
6 feet
right?
or 2 meters of them.
Joe,
I will.
go into my logic and just dump the guy in the shit because it's entirely his fault.
We did.
I mean, it is. It's like when in
We did.
what was it, like year 9, we had a group project to do, and it was me, the other Joe, and let's call this person Anthony.
No,
And
Anthony's too normal. It needs to be Anthony or
okay,
Antonio. Antonio Giuseppe.
no, because Antonio is very close to that person's actual name, so I'm just going to
Oh,
call
I
them
see.
Anthony. So basically, we have to do it based around music, right? So mine and Joe's thing, we're going to look at how men are portrayed in music, because a lot of people were doing women, and we thought, wow, we'll do men, we'll do something different because we're unique and quirky and cool.
Quirky.
So me and Joe are working on this thing, and Anthony there goes, no, you guys aren't listening to me. We're like, well, we sort of are. We're taking in your points, but we're trying to do this, and you're just being a nuisance. So they go off and they do their own thing, but they're still part of our group. So what happens is me and Joe make about this 5 to 6 PowerPoint presentation about how men are portrayed in music, and then we have to tag on that person's Anthony slide onto the end, right?
Yeah.
That's about a completely different topic.
Mood.
So when we
Yeah.
had to deliver the PowerPoint, it was like how men are portrayed all the way through, and then just right at the end, it just nosedived into something else.
Yeah, you see, this is why I'm glad that uni thing that I mentioned, that group work thing, it was somewhat self-assessed. So you went through and you basically said how everyone performed in these 3 certain aspects.
So you're just like, this person was shit.
This person did fuck all.
Mood.
Yeah, but like if it was like someone that we know, they would just go, nah, allow it. It was a high score.
Yes, I know exactly who you're on about. Unfortunately.
Yeah, uni is just it's stupid. It's a scam.
Mm.
There's been another petition to have
There's been
the
loads of
fees
petitions.
lowered again.
The problem is the government can't control what the fees are unless they make it law that the fees are lower. Because
Yeah,
what
but
they
they
did
won't
was
do
they
that because if you run stuff like a business, then it's more efficient. You know, we can see that with the state of one, the government now, and 2, my favourite example, Nottingham and Chelsea Council, and their incredible work for the Grenfell inquiry. You fucking cunts.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, they basically have to get the uni to do it. The unis to do it because the way that the uni fees actually work is
No.
it was supposed to
But
be
what they're
up to
saying
a
to
maximum.
what they're saying to the government is they should pay.
Oh, subsidise our fees.
They should subsidize fees. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, if they actually do that, then that means that's basically admitting that your uni degree has been lessened in value. So
Well, yeah,
therefore,
it has.
employers might take your university degree, no matter what level of it you got, as a lower degree than it actually was, because that was the year that everyone didn't have to pay for it.
No, because it's like we're not getting as good quality as we would normally.
I know.
So
This,
but at the end of the day,
I,
you're still gonna
I don't agree
next
with
year
it.
if they allow it back open.
Yeah. This argument is what other people have been putting forward as to why they're not doing it. So I'm just giving you their side
I
of the
don't
story.
think the price determines how good the degree is because, like, you can still pay the same amount of money for a different degree. It doesn't make a degree better than I pay for it, is it?
That's only because universities were said, right, you can charge up to this as a maximum, but you're supposed to grade it based on the quality of education you give. But no university wanted to openly admit, yeah, we're not that good of a quality, so we'll give you a discount. So they all just charge the same amount, which is the maximum.
Should be free anyway.
That's like big mood.
I don't think you should have to pay for education, but that's just my opinion. I mean, there are many people who
all
could
a
prove me
ploy to
wrong,
keep
but I'm just
the
going to say it.
proletariat under control. This is a bourgeois scheme.
I'm going to
For fuck's
kill
sake, Tony, we're
everyone.
not the Communist Party.
Bring communism back.
Please don't.
No,
It's
please
kind of
don't.
weird that, like, for Russia, the universities were the breeding grounds of communism, but also, like, only a thing that the
bourgeoisie.
bourgeois could actually access. It's so dumb.
So yeah,
I just
so that's
keep, because I'm in various Facebook groups for my university, because that's how they run quite a few things.
what
I
you would have
just
thought. Like,
occasionally see,
Hamid, just one sec. Unis are meant to be this like young person thing. Why is it still on Facebook?
because that's where all the moderators are.
But it would be really
Like,
bad if it was on Discord. Think of all the Discord mods.
Oh god, yeah,
No,
exactly.
but could you imagine? Could you imagine if it was run by a
I
person
mean,
who
our
used to be
Space
on this
Society
podcast?
on Discord. Other stuff's on Discord, but on Facebook,
You guys are just
basically,
ignoring the joke I'm
just
trying to
group.
make.
Bro, if I found
Imagine,
Yes, we are.
Imagine if it was done by Paul. It would just be on Reddit. You just have a Reddit for it.
Yeah,
reddit.com/uni.
but like the because they're on Facebook, and like for example, the Freshers one is still there. You just occasionally get a message pop up from the Loughborough Communist Society, the Loughborough Marxist Society, complaining about the current state of the government.
Why are you in the Communist Society, Joe?
I'm not. They're just in the groups.
Yeah, I think it's like I hate talking about politics because I'll end up
So
getting
do
too
I.
much into it and trying to fucking lynch someone.
Thing is, I don't like talking about politics because you always end up upsetting someone of a different political view. So I'd rather not expose my political views because I'd rather not have people shouting at me.